Do these 3 things first before you fertilize your Bermuda lawn this spring. That's right, slow down before you throw down. All right, so number 1, you gotta scalp it. Scalping is the process of dropping your mower down to a low setting and mowing that stuff up, that old dead lawn from last year, bagging it up and dumping it or discarding it somewhere. When you scalp your lawn, you wanna drop your mower down to the lowest setting or a notch above that, and you wanna just get a good clean cut with a fresh blade and just get all that old dead material removed so you got a nice fresh start for the season. The other thing to think about when you scalp your Bermuda lawn is you're gonna expose a lot of soil, which is really gonna help that fertilizer when you do put it down later on. Number 2, you need to service up your lawnmower. If you don't service your machine for the year and you have a poor running machine with a dull blade, then all the fertilizer in the world is not going to help your Bermuda lawn out one bit. Some of the things you want to consider here at the beginning of the season when you service your lawnmower is, at minimum, changing the oil, sharpening the blade or replacing, and checking and changing out any kind of filters. Also, take a look at that spark plug and see if it's time to put a new, fresh spark plug on the mower. A well-serviced mower with a sharp blade is one of the most important things you can do to have a nice lawn this season. And that actually is no matter what grass you got, but especially Bermuda. Okay, that brings us to number 3. Set up your irrigation system. So if you've got an in-ground irrigation system, go ahead and turn it on for the season. Test all your zones out, make sure there's no damage from the winter that needs to be taken care of. Make sure also that you get your time set. Maybe you had a different time set for the fall. Maybe you had some of the zones cut off like I did. Make sure you get your irrigation up and running and ready for the spring season. You still need about 1 inch of water no matter what per week, and you're gonna need to water in that application of fertilizer when you get ready to put it down for optimum results. All right, so if you don't have an in-ground irrigation, you still need to go ahead and get in the garage and get all those hoses and sprinklers, get those put out for the season, get them ready, and you still need to water in that fertilizer once you drop it down. So get your above ground stuff going too if you don't have in-ground irrigation, and you'll be set up for success this season. Hey, real quick, if you're enjoying the content on the channel, I would ask you please hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you. Hey, bonus tip number 4 right here. Before you fertilize your Bermuda lawn, make sure you look at the weather forecast. Pick a nice day. Don't pick a day like today where it's crazy, super windy. Also, don't pick a day where you've got really heavy rain coming the next day. You want the lawn to be slightly damp before you drop that fertilizer. And if you want to use Mother Nature to water it in, you want to make sure it's just a gentle rain coming. If not, go ahead and use your irrigation system or sprinklers to water it in. Yeah, this is not a good day. If it's real windy, you're gonna be broadcasting that fertilizer and it's just gonna go all over the place. All right, those are the 3 things that I'm taking care of before I fertilize my Bermuda lawn. When do you fertilize? Well, pretty easy. Once your temps start going up at night, your Bermuda's gonna really start coming out of dormancy. I fertilize when it gets to about 75% green up, so you can see behind me right now even, we're pretty darn close. But take a look at the forecast. I've got lows in the 50s, even down in the 40s coming this week, so I'm gonna hold off a little bit, and I'm gonna make sure I get these 3 things done. 2 of them are done already. The last thing I gotta do is check my irrigation system out today, and I'll be all set for spring fertilizer. What kind of fertilizer am I going to use? I just use a synthetic fertilizer, a cheap fertilizer from the big box store. I'm trying a Walmart Expert Gardener fertilizer product this year. It's got a high nitrogen number and it has some slow release in it along with some iron. So make sure you check back and you'll see what kind of results I get out of that cheap Walmart fertilizer on my Bermuda lawn this season. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.